Hey guys, I'm back. In the last part, we unlocked the Code of Chivalry, which is the final item that we need to get. And now I'm going to go through Extreme Mode and see what I can do there. So, basically Extreme Mode is a gauntlet, and you have to go through as many stages as you can without dying or running out of time. When it comes to the actual missions in those stages, well, it's different every time. The journey will be different each and every time, and also based on the variables for each and every mission itself, that will be different as well. So I can explain it to you all right here, but it'll probably take 20 minutes of my time. So I'd rather explain it to you on the fly and give you as much information as I can on the fly. That way I can kill two birds with one stone. So that's just me though. Anyways, so I don't need to go through the tutorial. So let's just go to a new game, and keep in mind when you choose your character, the stats will be at default. So don't freak out about that. That's just for extreme mode. So when you go back to free mode, boosted mode, legend mode, whatever mode it is, whatever stats you had at last, that's where it will be. So anyways, so you have to pick your character, and you only can pick one character throughout the whole segment of extreme mode. And like I said, each and every time you go through extreme mode, the journey will be different each and every time. And that's entirely up to you on how you go through with it. So I'm going to play as my created character Chen-Lin with the pike. So here we go. Alright, so each time you actually go through a mission and complete it, this will pop up, or if you're playing for the first time. So when it comes to the items, I don't even know where to start because there's so much I could really say. Um, as you can see, you have no items. Once again, once you go back to free mode or whatever mode it may be, you have your items back. This is just for extreme mode, so don't freak out. When I did this for the first time, I actually freaked out, and I thought I erased my progress. Yeah, fun times. Anyway, so you got that. You can save your progress between each mission, but when you do, you're forced to back out to the main menu. In order to go back into this, you have to actually play it. And if you do the start select trick to like you would do to grind items and shit, that's not gonna work. And if you ever decide to exit your progress, whatever mission you're at, whatever your gold's at, playtime, whatever, that will be your final score. So that's just there for that. So anyways, let's just actually start. I'm going to select an area. You have 3 different choices to choose from, and keep an eye out on what the mission is or what it says here. Also, the exchange rate, I'll talk about the exchange rate when we complete a stage. So the only thing I will say with the exchange rate, the higher the exchange rate, the harder the stage. I don't want to make it a 1.0 right away. Let's do 1.1. Let's go to Chengdu. So every time you choose a location, you have the opportunity to buy stuff in the market. You'll start off with 2,000 gold automatically, but you'll get more gold over time. But that will be explained when I get there. So you can get meat buns, which will increase your health. I'll tell you right now, getting health in each of these stages are very scarce. If you're lucky to find one, then that's a blessing. That's just me and my perspective of it. So you have meat buns. You could increase your Musu gauge and your health meter, which is why you see that there and why your stats are actually at default. And then in some cases, you could actually recruit officers that will join you, or buy unique items that will help you along the way. For example, this one right here, the Dragon Seal. Probably the best item I could think of for a first stage. So I'm definitely buying this. I will also recruit Zheng Fei and Zheng He.
A journey should be most exquisite.
I only have 300 gold left. I don't need any meat buns. So, yeah, I'm set. So let's exit, and let's get on with the battle. So, when it comes to the actual battles, the officers and generals you'll be facing will be different each and every time, and you might see some officers under certain generals that you'll probably never see in free mode or Musa mode, what have you. So anyways, I'm going to try to go through each stage without showing all of this off because it's going to be the same. So we have the pike, it's at level 1. Like I said, not only is, well, I don't even think I said it, but your stats are default and your weapon is at default. But keep in mind, when you go back to free mode, Musa mode, what have you, that level, whatever weapon it is, in my case level 10, it'll be back at level 10 when I actually go back to legend mode, free mode, Musa mode, whatever. So don't worry about that. Items right now, I don't have anything, but I'll get some shortly. My officers that I recruited are pretty much my bodyguards for extreme mode. So anyways, the objectives, all I have to do is defeat Xiahou Yuan, and if I die or if the time runs out, we lose. Unit info for the player army, which is my army, so to speak. We have Chen Lin, which is me, Zhang Fei, and Zhang He, which I recruited, and there's also Zhou Tai. Let's see what he wants as well. But anyways, so for the enemy army, you have Xiahou Yuan and Wang Ji, Sun Qian, Yang Fang, Lu Kuang, Zenji, Jinwan Sanji, Zhang Jiao, and Chen Ji. Like I said, you'll see officers and generals in different places that you wouldn't expect them to be, and you probably would never see them in free mode or Musu mode or what have you. So like Zhang Jiao not being the commander. But anyways, enough of my ramble because it seems like I'm about to fuck up somewhere. So let's do it. And keep in mind, each and every stage you have 15 minutes to complete, otherwise it's game over. So let's see what Zhou Tai wants, because sometimes it depends on how your relationship is with that said officer. That also is a variable on how extreme mode will work. If your relationship with your client, in my case Zhou Tai, is normal, he may or may not ask you to do something. If it's high, then most likely he will ask you to do something. If it's low, then he will attack you and you're gonna have to fight him off. But there's no real reason for me to actually fight him yet. Anyways, so let's go to Zhou Tai first and see what he wants. Also, when it comes to parts in extreme mode, I don't know how I'm gonna really do it. I'll try to keep it within reason. Like, I'm not gonna make it 2 hours. Anyway. Okay, it seems like he doesn't want anything. I'm not gonna attack him. So let's just move on away. So, I don't know if you saw what the Dragon Seal does. It gives you additional points for every 50 KOs you get. For 50 KOs, you'll get 100 points. 100 KOs, you'll get 200 points on top of that. 150, 300 on top of that. And the pattern goes on and so forth. Also, keep in mind, remember when I was complaining about my officers and bodyguards taking KOs from me from my, and, you know, take away my weapon experience? Well, for the fact that my weapon's at default, you gotta make sure that you have your weapon high, because later on, it's gonna be very, very important to have that weapon at level like 8 or 9. And more importantly, the points do play a factor on how much gold you get at the end of the stage. So the best bet is try to get as much KOs, points, whatever, as you can. That way you can accumulate as much gold as you can, because over time, the prices of those fucking meat buns that I showed you will be fucking expensive. I'll tell you that right now. It's very bad. In some cases, ointments will appear that will give you full health, and they'll be a lot expensive than the ointment. Cheaper, but the ointments will be a lot cheaper. But still, anyways, let's go for Jinwan Sanji. it seems like Shotai wants to ask you for a favor, but right now I'm not gonna attack him. Or, well, as you saw when I approached him, his name went from blue to red. I could actually attack him and face him, but I really don't want to do that. Because if I do, my relationship with Shotai will actually decrease. And I definitely want to keep it somewhat decent until I really need to drop it. And keep in mind, this is also an effect for every officer or general that will appear other than Shotai that's on your side for any future mission. Damn, I'm trying to get as much as I can here, trying to think as much as I can for Xtreme Mode, but I'm hoping that I can pick up as much information as I can for you guys. I mean, anyone that knows Xtreme Mode pretty much knows it already, but for anyone that doesn't, I'm hoping that I'm doing my best here with this, because it's not going to be easy picking up the information on the fly and explaining to you as a whole. Because usually when I'm going for weapons or items or what have you, I already know what to expect. I already know what you need to do. I already know what I have to do to get those items or what have you. But anyways, here's Chenji. We'll go for him next. Also in these missions, reinforcements may appear, so keep in mind of that as well. So right now for me, since I actually have the Dragon Seal, I'm going to try to pick up as many KOs as I can. I really want to get around 250 before I actually end the stage. And yes, it does say I have 10 minutes left, but also keep in mind, it started off with 15 minutes to begin with. So, I'm not that worried. And it's not like I wasted that much time anyways. So go up here, defeat the general up here. Also, if I'm not mistaken, if you keep that set, or in my case, if I actually don't attack Shotai, my relationship with Shotai will actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think it will increase. As time goes on, if I'm mistaken on something, please correct me, because, like I said, there's a lot of fucking variables and different things I can really explain for each and every stage. And I'm not even entirely sure if I know everything, like, from like, you know, down to a T. And I'm going to do my best to explain everything, hopefully be as most accurate as I can on top of that. Also, keep in mind, I don't know if you just saw that there, that in some cases, officers may drop a musu wine or dim sum. You know what, screw it, let's just go on for it. These species are much faster than a horse, and everyone else is way over there, so let's just roll with that. But for me, right now, my goal is to actually hit 250 KOs, just for the fact of how effective that Dragon Seal will be, because that's a guaranteed 1,500 points right there, and that will be 1,500 gold. Because the exchange rate is whatever your gold, or whatever your points are, then multiply it by your exchange rate, and that's how much gold you're going to get. So keep that in mind. But like I said before, if I haven't said it already, or try to fuck up saying it, because there's so much I could really explain right now, and I really don't want to all in one go. The higher the exchange rate, the more difficult the stage will be. Yeah, that will most definitely help. It's just so weird having a level 1 weapon again. But I'm not worried about it, because as time goes on, I will have a much better weapon and better stats.
You shall not pass. Now fight!
And as you can see with that Dragon Seal said 300 points. Once again, I've said once before, and I will say it again. It said I got 300 points, but I also got 200 for the 100 KOs and then 100 for the 50 KOs. So it does accumulate and it gives you an additional 100 points on top of each and every single time you get an increment of 50 KOs. Alright, Zhang Jiao's down. You know, if I get 200, I'll be happy with that, but I really want to get 250. Especially for the first stage, getting 250 KOs with the Dragon Seal is really effective. Like I said, if you get the Dragon Seal in any mission, get it. Because you're going to need the gold later on. And try not to spend that gold all in one place. Because it'll be one time we could actually really screw up. And as I said before, health in these missions are actually very scarce. And if you find something, it's like hitting the lotto. That's just my perspective of it. So, the only way for you to get health is through the shops. And like I said, in battle, it's very rare. Is it possible? Yes, but it's very rare for health to appear. Also, if I'm not mistaken, he just jacked my KO. Well, there goes a few points right there. And some gold. And some weapon experience. Like I said, that will happen. Make sure it doesn't happen. Because it's never a fun time. Let's see what's over here. Most of the time, I was going to say those pots will give you some random item like a battle axe or arrow like you just saw there. So, yeah, but in very rare occasions, health will be there instead. Once again, if you see health, grab it, because it's very rare. It's pretty sad, but it's pretty rare. Anyway, here's Wang Ji. Let's not have Zheng He take my KO, because that was a lot of points. Alright, now Xiaohou, you won. You know what, I'm fine with 2,000. I don't think I can get anywhere near 250 right now, so that's fine. Also, don't try to lose your bodyguards because I don't think they'll ever come back. And that's a win. And what I mean to ever come back, guys, and I don't think they'll come back to the shop for a long time. Anyways, so the items that we got, Tiger Armor level 1. Over time, keep in mind that the items will get better. So, don't worry about that. Speed Scroll, Ice Orb, Wong's Ball level 4. Also, keep in mind if you actually have a item that you already... Well, in a future mission, if you have an item that... Well, in my case, if I got a Huang's Bow level 4 or worse, then it will be converted to gold. Anyways, before I fuck up again, our kill count is 211. We defeated everybody in the stage. Not that that really matters. All really matters to me right now is the points. I could have defeated Shotai if I really wanted to, but I decided to back off for this one. You'll probably see me do that in the future where I actually will attack my ally, or if you really call him or her an ally. But anyways, also keep in mind your rank will also reset too. But this is just in extreme mode. Once again, when you go back to Musa mode, free mode, legend mode, what have you, and whatever character you play as, that particular character stats, rank, weapon, whatever, even items will be back the way they were before you played extreme mode. So don't worry about that. Anyways, for me personally, rank doesn't matter until I actually hit like rank 12 and rank 8. That way I could actually have more items and max rank. But for now, I can only equip the one item. The weapon experience of a total of 1,547 points. Got the weapon to level 2. So since we have a point total of 3,162 points with the exchange rate of 1.1, we have a total gold amount acquired of 3,478 with a grand total altogether with the gold I had left before entering the stage of 3,778. So that'll be my total next time I go into the shop, which will be in this part. I'll probably go through one more mission without fucking up a lot. Anyways, mission 2, same thing. You'll see the same stuff here and what have you. And anytime, like I said before, you can save your progress. However, when you save, it will bounce you to the main menu, because that's how Xtreme Mode works. So, and if you exit, this will pretty much be my final score. So, anyways, let's select another area. Herfei Yue Ying is said to be in the area with some companions. Most likely she will appear either in the market or in the stage, and she may or may not ask you for a favor. There is currently little information in this area. That does not help. When it comes to that could pretty much mean anything. So if you're going through either one of these two stages, good luck, because it could be pretty much anything. I'm actually looking forward to actually have a higher exchange rate for the next stage. So I'm gonna go and do that. So here we go. Hanzhong.
Welcome. What can I get you?
Alright, I am definitely buying me some meat buns because not for myself, but more so Zhang Fei, because he's about to die. As I said before, you could actually get additional attack, defense if there is any, not here, but there will be, general swords, emperor shields, general shields, emperor shield, which is the +8, escort contract. Let's grab that. So when you go through the next stage, when I go through the next stage, there will be a merchant that will appear. We pretty much have to fulfill the main objective without having the merchant getting killed, if that makes any fucking sense. So we got that, and then here is the 8th pass. I would not recommend you doing this because it will make the stages later on a lot tougher. You're pretty much going to be skipping 8 stages, so for me, I'm going to bounce straight to mission 10. But then the future stages will be tough as fuck. So I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to try to go through 21 stages in a row without using any passes. So anyways, yeah, so let's get out of here.
Come again.
Alright, the equipment's the same. Actually, you know what? It's not, because I actually got some items. Ice Orb, Tiger Amulet. Pike's at level 2. The objectives this time, we have to defeat, we actually have to defeat Shotai this time. Alright. And of course, if I die, if the time runs out, we lose. The unit info. So, from my side, we have Chen Lin, that's me, Zhang Fei and Zhang He, Liu Xian, and that's it for the enemy army, or the enemy. You have Zhou Tai, Liu Bei, Sima Zhao, Zhao Yun, and Ho Lan. Alright. So let's see what I can do here. This will pretty much be the final stage for this part. So, anyways.
I am counting on you to protect me.
And as I said before, these missions on how you go through them is entirely up to you. For me, I think this time around, and note that there will actually be attack and defense drops too when you defeat an officer or general. It won't be just items or what have you. This time around, I'm just gonna go and defeat the officers and go straight for Jotai, because right now, my main objective, for me personally, is keeping that merchant alive. And, with the exchange rate, that's an easy 2,500 gold right there, if I keep him alive. If I don't, then it's gonna pretty much not give me 2,500 gold. Alright, Zhao Yun's down. Here comes reinforcements. Who's over there? Because like I said, it could be anybody. When it comes to enemy reinforcements, anybody can appear. So just be careful with that. Where is my merchant? Is that my merchant running around? What is my merchant doing? Yeah, sometimes a merchant likes to go on his own path and wind up killing himself. So just keep an eye on your merchant if you're trying to go through the merchant objective. Because the last thing you really want to see is your merchant dying and it's going to cost you some points or some gold. I mean, it's not going to cost you out of your pocket. It's just the opportunity of getting that many points in gold that's going to fly right out the window. So just be careful with that. And keep an eye out on your merchant. Anyways, so I know there is a general over here. I believe it's... yeah, hold on. Alright. Olan is down. I think my troop took the KO somehow. Alright. Well, we're going to move on. Hopefully that merchant does not go down. And we have 4 more named officers or generals left. Jotai, Liu Bei, Bianchi, and Cao Zhang. I might not go for Bianchi and... well, I'll probably go for Bianchi, never mind. Because Jotai is behind all of them. Yeah, just keep an eye on your merchant. Once again, or I should say, don't be way ahead of your merchant because he'll start wandering around over the place. I mean, there was a time that I was way ahead, and for some reason he wound up being in front of me, and I was facing, in that case, Sao Ren, and he pretty much obliterated my merchant. Anyway, here's Liu Bei. Right, I forgot. I actually have that ice orb on. Yeah, he's gonna cry for help even if he's not being attacked, so just mind that. That will definitely help. You know what? Screw it. Oh, even better. I was going to say screw it. Let's just go for Bianchi. I don't care if Sao Zhang retreats. But sure enough, I actually defeated Sao Zhang. So, even better for me. And since I don't have the Dragon Seal, I'm not trying to get every single KO in sight. Especially for the fact that I have a merchant mission I have to worry about. So my goal right now is to actually defeat Jotai without him hitting that merchant because he will kill the merchant quickly. Also, who appeared as reinforcements? Chen Shang and Shu Gong. Don't care. I'm already facing Zhou Tai. Because sometimes when reinforcements appear, you gotta learn when to go for them and when to let that shit go. Anyways, Zhou Tai's down. And I got the 1,000 points that I wanted. And that's a win. Alright, so that's 2 stages down. Hopefully 19 to go. If I can't get through it the first time, I might make a second video of Xtreme Mode and see what I can do to get that 21 stages and go from there. But anyways, so we got the Cavalry Armor at level 4, Speed Scroll level 5, even better, and that's it. Our KO count is 127. None of this really matters to me. I mean, at the end of the day, the most important thing is the points. We had an ally, but it was a non-playable. So most likely they will not. Yeah, I should turn that off. When you have a non-playable as your ally, they're pretty much going to be there most of the time that I've seen it anyways. Typically, if you see a playable general, more likely they'll ask you for a favor or not say anything at all. If you approach them, then they may appear hostile as long as you don't attack them. Or if the relationship with that particular officer is that bad, they will just attack you out of the blue for no reason. But anyways, we have a grand total of 3,010 points. So that's going to help a lot when it comes to gold. Because like I said, try to scrap up as much gold as you can, because when it comes to the later stages, it will be a pain in the ass, because you're going to see the ridiculous amount of gold that you're going to need to get for one fucking meat bun. I'm not kidding. Anyways, so the rank is now 12, and now we can equip a second item. The most I can equip with Chen Lin with the pike is 4. So, anyways, the weapon experience of a grand total of 1,126 points. Not enough for level 3, but we'll get there. So we have a lot of gold. The amount of gold we got in the stage is 7,525, but then all together going to the shop, we're gonna have 9,903. So I should be good for a bit. Anyways, so we'll move on, but in the next part I'll actually move on. I want to try to get it between 30 minutes to 40 minutes per part. I don't want to make it that long. Like I said before, when it comes to actually splitting this stuff up, I'm just gonna be reasonable. So I'm gonna end it here, but in the next part we'll go on and see how far I could actually take this. So with that being said, you've been watching my gaming adventures featuring Dynasty Warriors 4. In some cases, Extreme Legends. Well, in this case, it is Extreme Legends. And I will see you in the next part, where we'll move on in Extreme Mode. So, peace out.